Hello and welcome to the channel. I am the Maize Madman. Before we get started, hit the like button. Be sure to share this, comment below, and subscribe. Today, I will be telling you why I believe Michigan lands 5-star plus quarterback and the #1 recruit in the country, Bryce Underwood, in the 2025 class, and Michigan did land an elite 4-star tight end. We'll talk about that. Plus,
I'm upset. No disrespect, respectfully, but disrespectfully, it's disrespect. Don't be disrespectful. Those vile, disgusting Spartans, poor little bro them. And I'ma tell them where I'm at. That vile, disgusting cesspool in Columbus, the other state, and of course, as always, I'm upset.
Maize and Blue Nation, it's Tom Brady. I co-founded Autograph with one mission in mind: change the fan experience for the better. That's why I'm excited to announce the release of a new app that recognizes the biggest Michigan fans. The Autograph Fandom app gives you access to the best Michigan content, fan challenges, and exclusive rewards for diehard Wolverines, all for doing the things you already do, like listening to this podcast. Head over to the Apple App Store and search for Autograph Rewarding Fans and download today.
Let's kick it off with a bit of positive news for the Wolverines. It's all positive, honestly, for the Rose Bowl champs. But let's start here with 2025 4-star quarterback commit Carter Smith winning the Gatorade Player of the Year for the state of Florida. Smith threw for 2,200 yards, 29 touchdowns. He also rushed for 715 yards and 19 more touchdowns. So congratulations to the future Wolverine, Carter Smith. Speaking of future Wolverines, we move on to Michigan landing 4-star Eli Owens in the 2025 class. Owens is a 6'2", 230-pounder out of Alcoa, Tennessee. He committed to the Wolverines unofficially at the game featuring Ohio State and the Wolverines, where he told the coaching staff that he was going to commit to Michigan. Obviously, he followed through and did commit yesterday. So shout out to Eli. Shout out to that 2025 class that is already off to a pretty hot start with Carter Smith, Chris Ewald, now Eli, and Kanka. So the Wolverines now have the 10th ranked class in the 2025 class. We'll keep you posted as more information becomes available. Keeping it in the 2024 class for a second, 2024 4-star cornerback in Michigan commit Josiah Edmonds is preparing for in the Army All-American game, along with 4-star Michigan target at wide receiver Gatlin Baird. There's been some footage of those two going head-to-head. Anyway, Josiah Edmonds is officially and intently trying to sway Gatlin Baird's decision to the Wolverines. He is set to make that decision next month between Michigan and Oregon. So Michigan is in a great place, in my opinion, obviously just winning the Rose Bowl, playing for the national title this upcoming Monday. I do believe Michigan is in the lead. They do have the crystal ball in their favor as well. So hopefully we get Gatlin Baird signed up. However, even if and when we do, there will be a 2-year period before he is officially playing, as he has an LDS mission. But let's see what happens. Finally, let's get to what we came here for, and that is Bryce Underwood and Michigan, and hopefully Michigan landing Bryce Underwood. He's set to make his decision tomorrow around 5:30. That is the 6th, January 6th, around 5:30. That is an important date for Underwood, as it is his great-grandmother's wedding. She was the his great-grandmother's birthday. She was the matriarch of that family, and Bryce Underwood really had a lot of love and respect for her. So January 6th is the date he will be making his decision. Right now, it looks like it's a 3-team race between Alabama, LSU, and Michigan, with a lot of people thinking LSU has the upper hand. This is why I think Michigan will eventually be the landing place. Let's start with the detractions from LSU. Obviously, LSU had an underwhelming season, at least compared to the preseason expectations. They were expected to win the SEC West. They did not do that. They lost to Alabama and other teams. Obviously, that first game of the season in prime time against Florida State. You move on from that, and the offensive coordinator, Denbrock, has now moved on from LSU to Notre Dame. That is a huge loss, as he is the architect of the offense that eventually won Jalen Daniels the Heisman Trophy. Apart from that, there are rumors that if Jim Harbaugh leaves, that Brian Kelly would be interested in the Michigan job, which is, by the way, we do not want Brian Kelly. Let me say that. Let me get out in front of that. We want, if Jim is going to leave, Sharon Moore should take over, but that's neither here nor there, and we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Those are reasons I think Michigan has over LSU. Move on to Alabama. We see the play of Jalen Milroe, and his struggles in that game against Michigan passing the ball. Not to say that he is in the same vein of a player as Bryce Underwood, but they have similar skill sets. Bryce Underwood, obviously a much, much more polished passer of the football, but he would be in that offense, potentially playing under the same offensive coordinator in Tommy Rees. That is a bit of a negative in my opinion. Plus, Alabama just got dominated, even though the score doesn't necessarily reflect that. They were dominated against Michigan in that Rose Bowl, so that is another head up for Michigan against Alabama. We move on to just why Michigan works for Bryce Underwood. He has a great relationship with quarterback coach Kirk Campbell. He is close to home. They have spoken about, he and his family have spoken about wanting to be in a family environment. Also, education is high on the list for them. Michigan is a better educational institution than either LSU or Alabama. He has expressed a desire, at least early in his recruitment as a freshman, I believe, of wanting to leave and play in the SEC and play, away from Michigan. I think with the expansion of the Big Ten, being able to play in California eventually with UCLA and USC, being able to play on the West Coast, even outside of California with Washington and Oregon now, all of these things are factors and positive factors. There are rumors that Florida State wants out of the ACC, which really isn't a rumor, but the rumors that the Big Ten would accept a Florida State. That leaves another potential place to play outside of the traditional Big Ten area. So I think Michigan has a leg up there. And we just saw J.J. McCarthy throw 3 touchdown passes in the Rose Bowl. So it's not like Michigan doesn't throw the ball around when they have to or when they feel that they can. Also, with a talent like Bryce Underwood, I'm sure Michigan's offense would be revamped to fit his specific skill set. Let me know in the comments what you think, where you think Bryce Underwood ends up tomorrow. Let's talk about it. And before I get out of here, follow me everywhere at Maize Madman. Be sure to check out my bonfire. I've got 2 collections up right now. Check that out. Also, until next time, stay angry, my friends. I'm upset.
Ladies and gentlemen, this might be our best season ever. Our ratings, they're about to go through.
All right, now I'm gonna calm down. Son. I just don't get that all that Mace and that lock and all that. I just don't get it, son,
Okay,
for real.
just calm
And how
down.
the